Hello everybody, Brian Oxy here. Just a quick video, funny little game I came up with. It's probably more of a kid's game, um, but my family and I played it over the weekend and just had a blast with it. So uh, I guess we were calling it Steel and Peel. It's a kind of like a Yahtzee-ish push your luck type of game where the farmer has this basket of bananas, and the monkeys or players are trying to steal as many bananas as they can without getting caught. So the gist of the game is you have five dice. On these five yellow dice, there's three bananas, and then this is the caught die. It's kind of crudely made, but we made it work. And it has two sides with a couple black dots, like eyeballs. So, just the game is everyone around the table. You have this deck of cards, and it's going to, when you flip them over, it's going to drive uh, what can be done on each turn as it goes all the way around. So shuffle the cards, deal a couple out. Just it'll be easy to see how it works right when I start showing it. So, all right. So you'd have the basket of bananas in the middle of the table. You'd have these in the middle of the table. You'd have everybody around the table and pick someone to go first, and then you'd flip the first card. Okay. So the first card. This is Chuck here, and it says the farmer and the dog are sitting on the porch enjoying the sunshine right next to the basket. So players roll just once without the caught die. So each player would get to roll all five die, and however many bananas they rolled, that's how many they would get. All right, so I rolled one banana. So I take a banana and it would go to the next person until it got back around to the person that started. So then you would flip the next card. Let's see on this turn what the rules are. All right, this is NOLA. So it says both the farmer and the dog saw you creeping up near the basket. The player gets one re-roll only with the caught die to grab as many as they can. All right, so this is a tough one. So this time we're going to roll all five and this one. So it's kind of an all or nothing. Let's see if I can get them. All right, I didn't get the caught die and I didn't get any bananas. So my turn, it will go to the next person. Flip over the next card. There's Charlie here. It says the farmer's walking from back of the store to the porch while the dog is following right behind him. So the player can re-roll just once, and if he decides to re-roll, it says roll the caught die on the re-roll. Get caught, you lose all the bananas. All right, so the first roll, I don't have to roll this. All right, so I got four bananas there. So I would probably just stay, I wouldn't re-roll because I'd have to re-roll this with the chance of getting the dots and losing all my bananas. So I would take four bananas out of the basket, and it would go to the next player. And they'd be each player would be following the same rules all the way around. And then as soon as everyone has done that, then you would flip another card. Let's do one more here. Here's Pam. The farmer and the dog both spotted another monkey across the road. The player can re-roll twice. You roll the caught die on re-rolls, and if you get caught, you lose all but one banana. All right. So the first roll is without the eyes. All right, so we got two. So here's the decision to make. I got two bananas. I can re-roll two more times to get more, but if I roll this and it comes up to eyeballs, then I lose all but I'll have to lose one of these. So let's try it. I'm gonna see if I can get one without them getting. All right, and I didn't get the eyeballs, and I actually rolled three bananas, so I would get all five bananas. Of course, I would stop there, and that's how the game worked. You have different scenarios on each one, some from re-rolls to ones where you can get caught. So it's kind of a chance um, take your chance, roll, push your luck type of game. Um, but yeah, pretty much it's very simple. There's not a ton of strategy. It's kind of the strategy is when you want to push your luck. Some of it's straightforward. You saw a couple cards where you just roll once and that's it. And the game keeps going until all the bananas are gone in the basket. And then how we were playing it is we had five of us playing it. The first person started the first game. We went all the way around until the bananas were gone because it goes pretty quick. There's not a lot of decisions to make. Um, and then counted up our bananas, kept track, put all the bananas back in the basket. The next person started the next game and went all the way around, and we did it till everyone had gotten to go first, and then totaled out the bananas. So yeah, I just thought I'd show this off. We had a fun time uh, playing it. Um, you wouldn't necessarily need. You could come up with anything. Come up with chips, but I found these little plastic bananas on Amazon. I thought they were funny, and the blank dice and the banana stickers. Um, but I do have. I tried because I'm not a very technical guy. I don't have the right programs to do it. Um, I used a spreadsheet, uh, obviously an AI, to give me the picture and the two open spots, and then entered my text. And then, as best I could, I tried to make backs for the cards. But as you can see, uh, as spreadsheets tend to do, nothing really lined up perfect. But for what it is, it works. Gives you a little cool little um, picture there of the like a logo type of thing. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show this off. I'm not even sure where the idea came from, but yeah, we came the night before we played this. We kind of I was telling my family about it, and we were kind of coming up with different scenarios that each card could have. Um, and some of the names, use some names that are in our family, and so yeah, that's there's me. Um, let's see, what is mine? Mine is while the farmer is checking out a customer, the dog is pacing back and forth on the porch. So the player rolls only once with the caught die, get caught, lose all your bananas. So that's kind of one of those where you're rolling all of them. It's kind of all or nothing one turn, but a lot of them have you can reroll, try to reroll twice if you want. Some of them are once. I think there may be even one in here if you can re-roll, and if you get four or five bananas on your turn, you get a bonus banana. I think there's one of those in there. I think there's a couple that you only roll. It's been a busy day, so there's only a few amount left, so you'd only roll three dice instead of five. So a lot of different rules, but that's how it works. Like I said, it's push your luck, trying to get as many bananas as you can, more than everybody else. There is something fun. I don't know why, but you roll your dice and you get your two bananas, and you get to reach in the basket and get your two bananas, and you get your two bananas here, and the next person goes, and you can kind of tell. Uh, we played it where we were already going to do five turns, so but you can see who has the most bananas, and pretty much um, most of the cards you're going to get something every turn. There's a couple like you saw I didn't get one on it, but most of the time the first a lot of them the first turn you're not rolling this, and with the five dice you're apt to get a few, and then you can push your luck, or you can just say, you know what, I'll just take my two bananas and go to the next turn. So, but yeah, we were calling it Steel and Peel. Just a fun little game I came up with, and I thought I'd show it off a little bit on the tube. So, thanks for watching, and also if for some reason you would like a copy of the cards, because obviously you can make up your own dice. You can buy you can get chips or whatever you want, but I do have a PDF of the cards. Like I said, it's not great for the backing part. There's some white here, but whatever. I had had these printed at Staples and cut them out. But I'll put my email in the description, and I'd be happy to send you the PDF if you think this looks like something, your family, just a little fill-in game to have some fun with. And pretty much that's the rules. Is someone goes first, you flip a card, you have the scenario on the card. Everybody around that turn follows the same scenario, and then when it gets back to the person that started, you flip another card, and when the bananas run out, then you reshuffle the deck, put all the bananas back in the basket. The person that went second the first turn goes first, and you just keep going around until everyone has gotten to go first, and then you add up all your bananas, and the most bananas win. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.